Hey guys, Ernie here and welcome to the Paleo Hiker MD channel. On this channel we love coffee, and because of that we're always looking for new ways to brew coffee out in the woods, at home, when you're traveling, whatever it might be. Now I've reviewed a lot of products from the company GSI. They have a lot of great coffee products. They're ultralight Java Drip, the Coffee Rocket, all kinds of really cool stuff. So when I saw this new product, at least new that I've seen from GSI, I was very intrigued. I picked it up. Stay tuned. We'll check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, there's nothing like a good cup of coffee, and I don't know what it is, but a good cup of coffee in the woods is suddenly a great cup of coffee. The best cups of coffee I think I've ever had have been over a campfire early in the morning. Just got out of the hammock or out of the tent at 6:30. You're kind of freezing your tail off because you're cold, and you just want that warm drink, and there's nothing better than that cup of coffee in the morning. There are tons of ways to make coffee, and this one is just a little bit different. All right, guys, this is another product from GSI. We've done a lot of GSI products here over the years. This is the H2Jo stainless steel brew and steep filter. Dimensions are 2.8 by 2.8 by 3.7. Weighs a pretty reasonable 1.9 ounces. It's made out of stainless steel, polypropylene, and silicone. Costs $14.95, which is, I don't know, seems like a lot. $14.95 for this little bitty thing. Made in the US, probably the reason that it costs $14.95. It's designed to fit most wide mouth twist bottles like a Nalgene. I have this particular one from the Pathfinder school, but basically it will attach to the top, okay? And then you can also put the top right on top of it. So you can carry it like this if you want to bring it with you, and it really won't get damaged, because it could easily get damaged otherwise. Now, you can use this in multiple ways. You can use it just like a regular pour over coffee filter, all right? You put the coffee in the filter and you pour over. Very, very simple. Comes out the bottom, and you can create as much coffee, you can make quite a bit of coffee into a big bottle like this. Now you can also put the coffee inside of the bottle, put the water in the coffee, boil it, and then put this on it and boil the water. And then you're basically creating Cowboy coffee. So you make the coffee, you brew it in here, and then when you pour it out, the filter stops the coffee from getting into your pot or your cup or wherever. So it's kind of the backwards way. Put the coffee and the water in here, and then you use the filter. Instead of keeping the coffee in the filter, you keep the coffee out of your cup. I mean, it really doesn't get a whole lot simpler than that. It's a very simple product. You can also steep things. If you want to, for example, steep some tea, you want one of these, berry type, you want to put some berries in there and macerate them and put some, herbs, and just kind of carry the water full with your herb and berry mixture here. It's not my style, as y'all can tell, but you can do that and just kind of create a steeped water out of it. Pretty cool. I am using the titanium Nalgene with it because I'm going to make Cowboy coffee. So let me start by showing you guys how easy it is to use just to make some pour over coffee, and then we'll make some Cowboy coffee, and then we'll talk about whether this product is worth getting and whether it's worth the money. So that's it. Pretty simple product. Pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. It is lightweight. It's flexible from the standpoint of being able to use it either to steep something. You know, if you want to make like a hot tea, for example, you know, people make Labrador tea or mint tea. You're out and you find some wild edibles and you want to make a tea. This will work very well. And you can make an entire Nalgene of that, which is pretty cool. You can also do what we did, either use it for pour over coffee or for Cowboy coffee to actually keep the grinds in the pot and not come out into your cup. It's also corrosion resistant. Now, as far as cons go, ask me how I know, but if you tighten the lid onto your can with really, really hot liquid inside of it, it can be really hard to open that thing. I mean, the steam creates a seal. And let me tell you, you got to go to town to get it to open up. I did this with a plastic Nalgene, and I actually had to let it cool down quite a bit before I could even open it. It was challenging. I mean, I could have gotten a wrench out or something. It seems to work a little bit better with the titanium one that I used today, but just be careful. If you're going to tighten it, don't crank down on it, just tighten it, and that's probably going to be enough. You have to use a metal bottle to get its full potential, and you have to be very careful because, of course, it gets crazy hot. Okay, you can get a stainless steel Nalgene or this titanium Nalgene, but they're going to be super, super hot. Not only is the metal going to be hot, but the liquid inside of it's going to be boiling. So be super careful. Make sure you have leather gloves or something that you can handle it with. But they're cons. You just have to work around them, but they're cons. So what do I think? I would not use this to infuse anything. I'm not a tea drinker. I think that whenever I use it for pour over coffee, the filter is not strong enough to keep the water in the grinds long enough. It seems to really flow right through, which makes pretty weak coffee, which I'm not a big fan of. But it is perfect for Cowboy coffee. And that is where this is at for me. If you've never had Cowboy coffee, it is by far the best way to make coffee as far as flavor for me. It does cut the acidity tremendously. There is a big difference between regular brewed coffee and Cowboy coffee. If you've never tried it, try it. I don't know how easily I would do this out on trail. One thing to be careful of is not to fill, I wouldn't fill your Nalgene more than halfway up, because once it starts ripping, guys, it comes and it'll boil over very easily. So be very, very careful. I didn't. I almost boiled it over, but I didn't. But just be careful, because it really could boil over easily. Then you got a hot mess, literally a hot mess on your hands. But I think I would love to use this for Cowboy coffee. It's also very easy to clean out, because if the grinds are in the filter, it's always, you gotta pound it out, you gotta clean it out. It's kind of a pain. You gotta get water through it somehow. The grinds don't get into the filter when you use it for Cowboy coffee. So you just dump and rinse out your Nalgene. Just rinse off the outside of the filter and you're good to go. Super easy cleanup. So like I said, if you've never made Cowboy coffee, make it and try this particular product, because I think it might be the easiest way to do it that I have encountered so far, and the easiest way to make sure that you can clean up afterwards without much of a mess. No fuss cleanup, you might say. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is just a gimmick and no reason to get it? Understood if you have your way or preferred way of making coffee. I make videos on coffee products all the time, and people always answer the same thing. I'm sticking to my tried and true this or that or the other. I get it, guys. I mean, the whole point of my videos are to try new things. I'm not saying you have to change what you do. I'm just saying there's other options, and maybe you want to try this. If you want Cowboy coffee, I think this is definitely the way to go on trail. It's so much easier than anything else I've ever tried, and I'm real excited about it. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. If you like the video, guys, hit the thumbs up down below. It does help quite a bit for you to hit the thumbs up. Helps for you to leave comments. It really helps my channel. And I don't ask for money. I don't want y'all's money as far as like donations and stuff. I don't have a Patreon and all that. I don't have time for that anyway. But nonetheless, all I really ask for you guys is to support the channel by commenting, subscribing, clicking the thumbs up. Subscribing is a big deal. I know a lot of you are not subscribed, so if you don't mind, if you're not subscribed, just stop and hit the subscription button. It really helps. If I can get over that 100,000 subscriber mark, I think it'll help grow the channel quite a bit. I have a playlist just on coffee. It's called Coffee in the Woods, although it's pretty much coffee anywhere at this point. I'm really concentrating on just coffee in general, especially coffee when I'm traveling. I'm hoping to do a lot more traveling in the next 10 years, and I hope to be able to take some coffee products along with me and enjoy that ride with my trusty coffee making kit. As always, guys, I appreciate you checking out the Paleo Hiker MD channel. Stay tuned for more videos soon.